right, on the way home. Man, it's hot in here now as the air ain't moving. Go down that one just a little bit. Good. Done rolling driver's side up. Can I get out of here without hitting anything? What do you think? Think I got it? Yeah. Hope they don't hit me. It took a little bit of time to take care of all that stuff. Alright. God, that's a nice RV there, man. They got everything in there. Okay. That's alright. Go ahead. If the wind gets too loud, Bobby, on the driver's side, let me know. I'll roll it up. I might have to roll it up anyway when I get going 60, 30 miles an hour. It's not going to be bad. But it's 79 degrees out there, and in the car, it's about probably close to 100. We got to get my air fixed, and I don't know how much that's going to be. Oh, Bobby, I don't hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Now you're connected.
Chrome just rerouted me again. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I heard you like in the background, but you weren't like coming across the speaker. What the hell?
Yeah, Chrome just rerouted me again.
Okay. All right, try to figure out what that problem is. See if there's a issue with a software issue or something.
Yeah. Or I just
I'm
might
ready
have to
to
go
go
back to Edge. Or I just might have to go back to Edge.
Yep. And what are you trying now?
Do what?
Were you trying Google or what?
Yeah, I was on Chrome.
Oh, okay. Now I gotta wait here. Son of a bitch. I might as well just go straight down on this one. You're gonna take all day to turn here. Fucking son, I love.
It's just the notification system on Chrome is very annoying, especially when you want to program YouTube on it. It's very, very annoying. Edge, you don't have that annoyance.
Oh, okay. All right, now I gotta be careful.
Yeah, because on Chrome, you got to close it out manually when it comes to YouTube notifications. Edge, you don't need to do that.
Right. Yep.
And you can use your browser as much as you want on Edge than on Chrome. And Chrome, you got to go to settings.
Okay.
Before
that's the problem I had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like when I tried to come on the PC and use the microphone, which it's already set up to use on the camera, but for some reason it got switched to Mixlr Audio Link. I don't even know how that works.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this is like the second time it rerouted me.
Now I'm going to check, Bobby. We need to check that on the routes with the broadcaster. Find out if that's where my problem is with the microphone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're talking about StreamYard. You're talking about StreamYard.
No, I'm talking about. Well, the first part was, but I'm talking about Mixlr Broadcaster. I'm going to see if there's an option for the webcam mic as a source, and if there is, then I should be able to switch it over to that for channel 1. For channel 1. Yeah, we'll check that. We'll get home pretty soon.
We need to get you re-familiarized with the Mixlr.
Yeah, I wanna get back to doing a little bit of stuff. I'm not at 100% yet, but I'm getting there. I'm above 70% as far as feeling good.
Yeah.
See where that guy's Mustang is right there? Yeah, see?
Yeah.
He's at the stop sign, but he's hanging over the edge, and he's like less than 3 feet away from the fire hydrant, which that should be against the law, and he's less than 3 feet away from the corner of the street, which that should be a law. I remember right.
Yeah.
So if he was in a city somewhere, not a county or country type of city, he would be getting a ticket.
Hmm.
And it's like about $100 ticket just for doing that. I'm not sure what the fine is, but anyway, that's just an example of how much it is to drive. And if you don't do the right thing, he should be back in front of that stop sign and not that close to the stop sign. So he should pull back another half a car length just to be in the right place. But then you probably have a driveway. I have to look at that too. You might have his own driveway to worry about, which probably gets a ticket if he's in the driveway. But he should definitely get a ticket if he's there like that. You know what I mean? And then, I seen the guy go to church today. He's driving the quad, the off-road farming vehicle, trail car, whatever. Doesn't have any license on it. Does have lights and everything like that. But you're not supposed to drive them on highway streets, city streets or highway streets or highway county roads, like 52 and 30 and all that and 4. And yet they drive them all around that area. Nobody does anything. If they started writing tickets for this shit, then they would stop it. Okay?
I
Can you
see.
hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy goes to church driving his quad, though, praising God and saying he's not a sinner. Well, you done broke the law driving your quad on the highway, and yes, you are a sinner. You're breaking the law. All your praying and
Reminds
praising God, all your praying and praising God ain't going to help you in this case. You are breaking the law, and you're
that
ignoring the fact that it's a law.
what a hypocrite.
Yeah. And now I'm not perfect either, so I'm not going to judge them, but I'm just pointing out the facts. I mean, you can say anything you want about me. Oh, Ronald cusses all the time. Yeah, I do sometimes. Bad words come out. That's the way it is.
Breaking the law. Reminds me of that Judas Priest song, Breaking the Law.
And some of the music we listen to also, Bobby, is bad. We're going to hell. And I don't think we're going to hell because of the music we listen to. I think a lot more people are in hell before we get there.
The same should be said that you're going to hell if you don't watch this video. Hey, then don't flood my recommends with that bullshit. Don't ever flood my recommends with that BS. Remember how the Pentecost says if you have a TV, you're going to hell?
Yeah. Well, you remember the United Pentecostal Church or whatever it was called, where you had to bring all your personal possessions to church and give it away? And it was like, what the fuck is that about? So you're going to take my TV away from me and you're going to sell it and buy whatever you're going to buy, but for some reason I'm not able to have, some kind of faith preaching church, Not really biblical at all. Because God doesn't tell us we can't have a TV. God doesn't really tell us we can't have money. What He does tell us is that we have to be responsible and adult when we have these things.
Yeah.
And of course, always to put Him first, not second or last or whatever. Don't put anything before God, but always put Him first. That's what He says. Now, anybody can correct me if you want, but go ahead and look it up. You can look it up in the Bible if you want.
Right.
And the money itself, money is not the root of all evil. It's the person in control of with money or of money. That's who the evil is. So, now not to get on political things or anything like that, but let's look at Biden, how he gave all that money to the newcomers. Look, if I want to say it correctly so I get in trouble. And anywhere else we can use the other term, which is actually what they are. But I'll just say newcomers. And they had a big hotel in New York where they can all stay for free, And that money should have gone to North Carolina to rebuild. Am I right? That money should have gone to California to rebuild after the fires. Am I right? Okay,
No.
they shouldn't go to newcomers to house them for free on taxpayers' dollars. You get what I'm saying?
You remember when Star was living in Hawaii and then she had to go back to California
Yeah.
because of the volcano?
I mean, you have our friend Star. She escaped with the clothes on her back, and on her legs. She escaped with what she had on. She talked about that a couple of times, and she never got anything. $750 is not going to help you survive that torment. That turmoil at that
imagine
store.
if you have technical difficulties.
Yeah.
You can get your money back, but you should have gave us like a free month of Showtime Plus or Paramount Plus or something.
Yeah. But like with the $750 they're giving North Carolina, the resident of North Carolina, that won't even pay for the horses that died or the cattle that died. That was their livelihood. That's what you did, farming. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Cattle farmer, whatever. That won't pay for that. Okay? So how about you give them the replacement value of today's market on how to rebuild their farm? Say hi to Mr. Rock. Say hi to Mr. Rock.
Hey, Mr. Rock. I just wish that telecommunications like AT&T, like cable and telephone and
Yeah.
mobile would be
Yeah.
punished because we gave them money so that they can build us a fiber network, a 5G network, and they put it in the back of their pockets and say, well, we don't have that.
Yeah.
I wish they could get they could be punished for it, and then maybe they'll start doing something.
I mean,
Like,
did you know about that there's a secret bank account, and Barry told me about this on one of his shows this last week.
okay,
There's a secret bank account that certain people have control of that are in the Senate,
yeah,
but not just the rich people, but just some people, only a few people have control of it, they found out. But
yeah,
one of the things that those found out is that, like, at the end of the fiscal year, you have to spend so much money, or it has to go back and get back into the system and then help everybody out. Well, what they've been doing was getting rid of it, putting it into the secret account, and then certain people have access to that secret account. Only certain people. Okay?
uh-huh,
So now that's our money that they're stealing from us, Bobby.
yeah. I mean, if those telecommunications won't give us fiber or that 5G alternative and kill that DSL because it's been like way outdated,
Yeah.
then they need to be charged like 200%. Like 200%, they had to give them back like 200% of it because you're not providing the people what they want. If you were to
Yeah.
provide the people what they want, then yeah, it'll be weighing like
Yeah.
200% per square foot. That's
I
definitely
mean, I believe I'm not such a stickler anymore about the weather thing, because obviously you can't help that sometimes. Like with DirecTV, when a bad storm comes in, I lose TV channel. I get that. There's a signal. I got it. And I can't really complain about that. But my internet, that's a whole different thing. Now I do pay the whole month for both of them and all that stuff, but my internet should be more stable than that. I pay a lot of money for my internet, each month. And I pay for,
yeah,
I was just going to say, hold on, but I was going to say, I pay 30 days at least each month for that, unless it's 31 days and it's 1 day extra, but you know what I mean. And so I should get credit for that day that it was out. I don't care if it's out the whole day, if it was out a couple hours, I expect the credit for the whole day, whatever a day costs. Then I get that credit for that day. If I'm on a deal, I'm trying to make some money and I'm on a deal, and then you guys go out and I can't be on my toe, talk about what I got for sale. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's money out of my pocket. I'm losing customers because of that. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And
Go ahead
then
with the
and then you got not providing them with 5G home internet or fiber. What
Yeah,
would you be able to say about that? I mean, you could have already got 5G home internet from either from Verizon, AT&T, or even T-Mobile, and they're not
yeah,
giving it to you.
yeah, yeah. We should be caught up to date. That be up to date. You're talking about our gig. What do they call it? Gig fire internet. It's supposed to be, really good. It's still
Yeah,
band. It's still air signals. Still radio signals. It's not anything wired.
right. Well, and as for the postal service, if they can't get their jobs done, somebody needs to be fired. I
Uh
think
oh.
the whole postal system needs to be replaced.
Well, they're talking about that really because they don't know how to financially run it. I'm not talking about the daily carriers you might know. Like going at the counter just doing their job. Like my friend that works there, 9 to 12 every day, Monday through Friday. So I'm not talking about her, but the postal service itself. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. They're losing money.
And then they're not doing their jobs like they're supposed to.
Right.
Every once in a while, when I was living in that trailer, I had to bring my next door packages to them
Oh boy. Oh boy.
because they don't know which was the front portion of it and they don't know what's the back portion of it.
Oh boy.
Because we live in the front portion and our neighbors live in the back.
Yeah, I got in trouble one time. My bank teller got mad at me one time that I opened up someone else's mail, and it was like it was in my box. I thought it was mine. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Why did I get this kind of letter or mail or whatever? And I took it right to the bank and said, "Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get in anyone else's business. I thought it was mine." And then when I
Yeah,
realized, oh, it's someone else's name.
yeah,
And so I'm really careful with I'm careful with that now. I make sure I check their name. It's either my name or Mike's name, and because he has a box here too, and I always check his box for him. And he's not
yeah,
here all the time. But if there's someone else's name in Mike's box, I don't take it. But in my box, if it's as long as it's my name, then we're good to go.
yeah,
But you see that, Bobby? We don't have to agree on anything, and yet here we found something to agree on some things, and we're fine with it. And we're not trying to get mad at anybody or cussing out anybody. We're just talking about what we think should be.
yeah. Shit,
That'd be nice.
whenever I got that Xbox, I have to. She was about ready to leave, and I had to tell her, "Hey, you got something for me," and she was able to confirm it.
Oh, good. Yeah, but you're in a little bit bigger city too than I am, so
Oh,
it might be a
oh,
little bit more
it's
difficult.
like four. Well, where I live is a CDP, census
Yeah.
designated place. But yeah, there are three jurisdictionized area, but it's still good, like a big place.
But what I find funny when people get the wrong box, on your postal service exam, and I took one before. I actually passed it, but I wasn't the highest level of the passers. There were some that passed with better score than me higher up the list. So I didn't, and plus I'm not Mexican or black, so I didn't get the job.
Yeah,
So I would have been Mexican, and I'm serious about this. If I was Mexican or black, I would have got, and I'm not racist. All right, I was told from the sheriff department in San Diego. They said, "Well, if you can speak Spanish better, you could have a job." Like, come on, man. 25 years old. I want to be a sheriff. Deputy, come on.
plus
I'm
you
young
was in
enough.
the military, but and then we had to talk about about military and police.
Yeah. Yeah, but now looking back on it, seeing how they hate cops everywhere, a lot of people do. It's like, man, I'm glad I didn't do that job. I probably wouldn't be here today talking about it just because of that. So I guess maybe that was God's way of saying, hey, don't worry about that. I'm protecting you. You'll find something else.
I mean,
And
yeah.
I never really found anything else. But anyway, we're doing what we can to enjoy life the best we can.
Yeah.
All right. Now that wasn't quite a full stop, but good enough for me. But that probably would be a ticket if the sheriff was standing right there.
Yeah. That or State Boy, huh?
Yeah. But I'll leave that there.
Shit, I might want to get ready to do some radio listening right now.
All right. So yeah, just kind of find a way where you can peacefully. I know you already apologized to Rita, Dr. Rita, but make sure that you just make sure she understands that hey, we're here to help. You know, and we're
It's
not trying to take over any show, but we're just trying to make it easy on you. Okay,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so if you want us, mainly you, because you do that better than I do, as far as setting up the studio and everything like that. But if you
Like I
that way
said,
she don't
I mean,
she doesn't have
if,
she doesn't have to give both of us the information. You know what I mean? So I don't want to do all that, but give you the information anyway,
I
and
mean,
then
like I
we'll go.
said, yeah, like I said, if you need help logging in to something, I would have helped you right there in case
Yeah,
anything goes wrong.
yeah. Like if she's running short on time or whatever it is going on, we're we're
Yeah,
here to help.
yeah.
And I mean that sincerely. I like Dr. Rita and I want to be part of the show every week. I don't want to miss a show again. That's for sure.
Yeah. All because of a simple error. Get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and it
There ain't
wasn't
no faults.
yeah, it wasn't anyone's fault or anything. I gotta pull up a little bit more. There we go. I
Yeah, no,
thought I
they're
had
back on YouTube now.
what now?
KGRA, they're back on YouTube.
Who is?
KGRA.
They're back on YouTube now?
Yeah, they've been back on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. All right. Good. I mean, they had the show on, I think, the other night when they did the tribute to um, Earl
I'm
Grey.
gonna watch that.
Yeah, that was a good one. And I think I met him at Pine Bush one time. I don't know. Maybe Bill can correct that. But I know I
Yeah,
interviewed him twice. I don't know if it was on Mixler though. That might have only been on Mixler. And we had the video on Skype. Remember that?
yeah.
That was
But
before we did the StreamYard. All right, we have four watching somewhere. Where are they watching at?
at least you got two on X.
All
You
right,
know,
hey people on X.
all right.
Hey, if anybody wants to be on the panel on Friday night on my show on intermission transmission, shoot me or Bobby an email. But you can shoot me an email at earthradio@gmail.com
Mm-hmm.
and say, hey, I want to be on your show Friday night. Then I'll contact you and we'll say, hey, what do you got to talk about? Right,
Yeah,
Bobby? That's how we'll do that.
right, right.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I am out of here for now. I'm done driving. We're going to check out the Mixler connections with the microphone, Bobby. Maybe we can figure out some of share a screen and we'll do it that way. Does Microsoft Teams have a share screen option?
Yeah, Tim's got a share screen.
Okay, good. Because I know Skype is going to be gone probably tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Skype's
Or,
out tomorrow.
okay. All right. All right. Well, I'm out of here. We'll see everybody next time. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye for now.
All right, thank you for watching.